Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So ever since I reacted to the League of Legends finals opening ceremony, it has opened up like a whole can of worms for me, right? And I realized that there's a whole storyline behind, first of all, the performance video and behind the winner for the finals, League of Legends, the music video, a lot. Okay, like people have been commenting, and then I've been seeing like a lot of things be coming up in my YouTube recommended, and it really piqued my interest, to be honest. So today tonight what I'm gonna be doing is watching the gods music video for the first time, because I've never actually watched the music video. I've heard the song and I watched the ceremony, but I've never watched the music video. So I'm gonna watch that, and then I'm gonna watch the explanation behind the music video, because based on what I'm seeing, I think the music video is basically telling the story of the guy that won, the Korean guy. So I know it was a competition between a Korean team and a Chinese team, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me down in the comment section if I am wrong, but that's what I think, because I did watch the finals. Like, I watched the last couple minutes of the finals, and I saw the guy. I don't remember if his name is pronounced Faker or Faker. I don't want to curse. I don't remember the pronunciation of his name, but I'll look it up after this. Sorry, I should have done it before I clicked record. But yeah, let's just jump into the music video and see what it's like, what it looks like, and then the explanation. Okay, all right. The bass. Ooh.
This is what you came for, blood on the game bow. Everybody drop it like rainfall. This is your moment, eyes on a puppet. Can't think, chest just open, and they're singing your praises, la la la, screaming your name, la 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 la. One more step, you're immortal now. 'Cause once you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sunlight.
This is cool.
The day my kingdom come, baby, where?
So to me, this feels like they're showing the game, of course, like the player being in the game, and then the player playing against the other team. That's what I'm getting from this. I could be completely wrong. See, like he's in the arena, and that's the guy. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to say it wrong, but the guy that won, Faker. You know what I'm talking about.
Breathe, breathe, breathe. Moment of silence. Bad guy woke up and chose violence, and they're singing my praises, la la la, screaming my name out, la la la. This is why we're immortal now. 'Cause once you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sunlight. It's the day my kingdom come, baby, where?
Wow. Yeah, this is definitely the different team. This is cool. Playing against each other. And then watching this, I can see how this translated from the opening ceremony onto the stage.
Anyone read this underdog story? I can't lose myself again. Help me lose
The world stage.
Then we gonna ride right into the sunlight.
had me the first half. This is so cool. Like, what's really cool about this is because I can tell that these are the literal like people from real teams. I mean, I don't know which teams they are. I assume the red and black is the Korean team based on their performance this year, and also because I recognize the guy with the glasses, right? But I'm not sure if the other team is a Chinese team. But then this music video also, I mean, this came out like what, like a couple months ago, so this I would assume would not be the exact teams that won, you know, because it's not like we can predict. Of course, you know, you can see like gaming patterns and stuff, but at the end of the day, we don't know who's really gonna win, right, down to the last minute, seconds. So I don't know, you guys can let me know what teams, well, I guess the explanation video is gonna tell me, right? But what teams these two are. But I think it's really cool that those are the faces of the people. Like, I can tell that's what that is. Zika.
Once you play.
Damn, this was really cool. Who are these guys? Is it like past legends? Or like maybe the best gamers in the world? Alright, so I'm just gonna go straight into the explanation video. It's done by a channel, DOMY Dummy. So yeah, Deft. Okay, so it's not who I thought it was. It's about Deft. Somebody did. Def went to Mapo High School, the same one as Faker. I'm gonna call him Faker. I assume his name is Faker, right? Somebody did comment on my reaction to the opening ceremony that every year, usually the performances and stuff are centered around a player. I remember that, and I think this name was mentioned, Deft, but I don't remember if the person mentioned them about 2019 or if it was just somebody from the previous year, 2022. Faker. Ah, they were in the same class?
Hey, this is what you came for. Blood on the game bowl. Everybody drop it like rainfall. This is your moment. Eyes on a puppet. Can't think, chest just open. And they're singing your praises. La la la. Screaming your name. La 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 la. One more step, you're immortal now. 'Cause once you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble.
Oh, okay. So they don't know either. So this goes way back. Okay, SSW Deft lost to former team member SSW Pawn in Worlds 2014. Okay, so this goes way back.
To drop the Nexus, it's only gonna take 3. Samsung White finally defeats Samsung Blue.
This is so fascinating. So he changed teams.
To run down more. Deft, his brother in arms, will be his dead man in arms. That's a triple. Hooney finds.
And he lost.
Deft and Doran, they're gonna try and hold on.
So he changed teams again because DRX, the team he was in before was EDG, and then it was. Oh, he joined EDG in 2015. Yeah, he was in SSW. Then EDG, then DRX. Is that how like pro players be changing team often? Like, cause in my head I thought that like I mean, I guess it's like any sport, but at the end of the day, like, I thought there was some continuity between like the years and them sticking around in their teams, you know, because of how the team dynamics work. But then, you know, I don't watch like esports that much, you know, so I'm like not savvy to like the dynamics, but I find it very interesting.
Darth Carrier going to be there as well. Great double bump. Into his own hands, Carrier. But he
Like, I'm a very casual viewer of esports.
doesn't have his life, and a second Nexus for Damwon will be taken. This team looking
And they lost. No. Yes. 2020 Worlds. Wow. Wow. I just got goosebumps. Since 2014.
Please pray for glory. Anyone read this underdog story? I can't lose myself again. Help me raise this sword. I'm brave.
Oh.
Once you wake up, they gonna crumble one by one. Let me go right into the sun, like it's the day my kingdom comes.
Wow, so he had to play against his old teammates. So I guess it's a thing then. They move around a lot, because if these other teammates are a part of complete, like all of them are a part of different teams, that's insane. Oh my god. This is insane. I love it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Okay, so this was the other players looking at 2023. So it's kind of like, okay, let's see who's gonna win this year, and we already know who won. Wait, so was Deft in what team? Okay, we know what team he was in, but what teams play a final? It was a what was the team called? Was it T something, T1? I'm so intrigued. The legend who defeated a god, because he defeated Faker, right? But Faker won this year. This is so interesting. I feel like I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole, because now I see another video and I wanna just like, should I watch it now? I think I'm gonna watch it now. Is it too much? I'm so intrigued. Okay, let's just watch one more video.
Players who want.
Let's just watch this video. The story of Death, the legend who defeated a god. Just to get some clarity, guys. Okay.
To succeed in League of Legends have to be strong.
And it is that type of play that brought Samsung Blue through their long journey to being the champions.
But how many times could you fail before?
Right? Wasn't it Samsung Blue that played the finals? Or am I tripping? I could be wrong.
You stopped believing that victory was possible
Rocks Tigers back on form, hoping to win a world championship.
before your regrets piled up and buried your hopes of ever finding a way.
But it
Faker.
doesn't even matter. There's nothing that Deft can do. SK Telecom, it's the reverse sweep, bringing it back in. They win 3-2.
And if you somehow kept going, could you turn your last chance into the greatest story that Worlds has ever seen?
They have been doubted. They have been discounted. They have been dismissed. But DRX
Hyuk. He's Korean.
The world of competitive League of Legends barely existed in 2012. Korea's Champions League had only just started, but that didn't stop Kim, Deft, Hyuk from imagining a future in it. While regional leagues and seasonal schedules were coming together, Deft was a high school kid trying to work his way up the ladder, but someone else at his school had the same goal.
Tough.
Faker was already a dominant solo queue.
I was right, Faker. Okay.
And he hadn't even heard of Deft.
잘 몰라가지고 그 친구를 당연히 제가 1등이라고 생각하고 있었죠.
And after graduating, both Faker and
they were in
Deft
the
went
same
pro in
school.
2013. But while their ladder results were fairly close, their rookie seasons were miles apart.
And there's a surrender. Surrender at 20. I don't think I've ever seen a surrender at 20 in Champions yet. And that is it. Faker absolutely owning MVP Blue.
Deft's team, MVP Blue, were hard stuck in groups in both spring and summer, while Faker led SKT T1K to a world championship victory.
This could be a
That's who played in
20-minute game for
finals,
SK
10-20
Telecom.
game.
They will be the Season 3 World Champions here at the Staples Center.
But the next year, Samsung purchased MVP's roster, and with a more stable team environment behind him, Deft finally got the chance to prove himself.
And that type of team coordination puts the final nail in the coffin to Najee.
That's insane though. They went to school together, but they didn't know each other. They both play the same game, pro, and end up on the world stage. That is insane. Like, that is crazy.
Shield, and it is that type of play that brought Samsung Blue through their long journey to being the champions in Champions Ring. GG!
Deft and Samsung Blue dominated in 2014, and thanks to his incredible team fighting, he made a name for himself as one of the best AD carries in the world. Best of all, Samsung Blue made worlds while Faker's SKT T1K was nowhere to be found, and Deft popped off.
And you know what's also crazy? I thought that a lot of the players would be younger, because I feel like maybe the turnover rate is probably higher. I don't know why I thought that. I'm thinking about like injuries and things like that, but they're up there in
they are
age.
completely got out of position. Vasily leaps away. Is the rocket jump enough? No. Deft manages to lock him down.
But I guess at the end of the day, it does take a while to...
Blue. Ackerman joins the fight. In they go. Slides on through. Triple kill for Deft. Thank you very much. And OMG are caught out of position. The wave catches on towards Sam. The intervention isn't enough to save his life. The rocket jump away, but he will get burned down. Going gets caught out as well. It's a double kill for Deft.
It's going to take a bit of a miracle here for Cloud9. That Nexus turret will be finished off. The focus onto the Nexus, and Samsung Blue with an amazing ending here in game number 4.
They made a deep run to semi-finals, but lost that series to their sister team and eventual champions Samsung White. Still,
Samsung
Deft got so close to the game's biggest prize in his second year, and he did it while absolutely styling on his opponents. Which was probably why Deft was an obvious prospect for recruitment when Chinese teams started looking for Korean talent in the...
Right, because I'm like... In the end, it said, in the last video we watched, it said he's... I could be so wrong, and I guess I'll find out at the end of this if I'm totally wrong. But I'm pretty sure it was Samsung Blue and T1, right? I could be so wrong. But Deft is on Samsung Blue, and I'm pretty sure the team that was wearing Samsung was a Chinese team.
Season. But leaving Korea wasn't an easy decision. China still hadn't won a world's title, and beyond the language barrier, Deft was just 17. Moving to another country wasn't going to be easy, but he had a goal.
가게 됐던 계기는 제가 이제 삼성 화이트 팀한테 지고 나서 너무 분하고 이 삼성 화이트를 꺾을 수 있는 팀을 들어가야겠다, 아니면 그런 팀을 만들어 봐야겠다.
Deft needed to work harder than ever.
Wow. Can you imagine being on his team, Samsung Blue, and you hear him say that and you're just like, bro, did you just tell me my gameplay is shit? Like, your teammate is basically saying, you're not good, and I'm better than you, so... Gotta go.
To show just how good he was, and alongside his talented support, Mako, he lit up the opposition.
Double Trinity Force, but Mako, he wants to go in.
He's gone in there, does have the tippers down, but Cool just evaporates him, and now gonna dive back in onto Pon. Pon does pop the ulti on himself. Clearlove in the back doing good damage, and Deft gonna start to clean up. Gets one, gonna get two. Can he make it a triple? Goes in, there's three, that's four. No, Koro, he stole the pentakill. Deft has to settle for a quadra. Forced the pot late, Clearlove going back in. Acorn around the side, but Deft finally makes it in. Godby getting tanked up as well. Clearlove actually dies as Pon goes back in, and Mako's not here, and Deft now peeled away, but Koro does so much work in the back line, but it might not be enough here. Pon needs to find a kill to win, but he QSS's out. Imp gets the kill. That's two kills. Deft goes back in, flashes aggressive. Pon needs to kite away. Deft, what the hell? Gets a triple kill, gets a quadra, gets the pentakill. What on earth is going on? One turret down. EDG are training down these turrets. Can they take out the game? PYL's back. TBQ's back as well. Imp is going in, but EDG, they're committing. They want to go for the Nexus. They take it out. The once and future Kings ascend again to the throne. EDG, your 2015 LPL Spring winners.
After a season packed with highlights, Deft didn't just grab a domestic title, EDG earned their shot to compete at the inaugural MSI. And EDG did not disappoint, making it all the way to the finals. Only one thing stood in Deft's way: Faker.
Faker's LeBlanc, one of the best.
Yes, sir.
He locks it in for Game 5.
Since beating Deft with LeBlanc all the way in their first ever showdown, Faker had gone on an unprecedented 11-game undefeated streak with the champion. But Deft and EDG were ready when Faker pulled out all the stops in a decisive Game 5.
Here's the last engage. EDG doesn't even see the turrets. Eyes on SKT. SK Telecom T1 are wiped. The Nexus turrets are going down. LPL's Edward Gaming are the 2015 mid-season invitational champions.
Deft did it. He took down what many considered to be the best team in the world. He exercised his demons from the trouncing Faker gave him back in 2013, and he proved his decision to leave South Korea was the right one, but Worlds was still ahead of him. Unfortunately, after a slower summer season, EDG disappointed at Worlds. They made it to the quarterfinals, but Deft's World Championship dreams were crushed by an unlikely opponent.
They're on to the Nexus, and Fnatic will advance to the semi-finals. The only team to do that 3 times in the World Championships.
Then, in 2016, EDG went undefeated in summer, but again, Deft and his team stumbled in Worlds quarterfinals.
Rock's hoping to get revenge.
Are they getting cold
on
feet?
SK
What's
Telecom
happening?
T1 as Peanut is the best juggler in the world. Rock's Tigers back on form, hoping to win a world championship.
And the loss stung even more as he watched his greatest rival lift the Summoners Cup for a 3rd time. So, in 2017, Deft made another momentous choice. He joined KT and he came home. But returning to Korea was the easy part. Breaking through after his return was harder, and Faker was still in his way.
But SK Telecom, in the meantime, they've done it. Less than 30 minutes on the clock. They take down the Nexus. They take down KT Rolster. They put another championship title. And SKT G1 will be going to MSI. All on her lonesome, but it doesn't even matter. There's nothing that Deft can do. SK Telecom in the semifinal. They're going on to play against Longzhu a week from today. It's the reverse sweep. Bringing it back in. They win 3-2.
For the first time in 3 years, Deft missed Worlds entirely, while Faker made it all the way to the finals. 2018 looked like it was going to be a repeat until KT hit their stride mid-year. But this time, instead of Faker, a new group of youngsters stood in Deft's way.
And if they kill Chovy, it's guaranteed. And if they waste his time, maybe they win anyway.
That was a face check, and UCUT managed to
Who's
get
that?
it. Mata just about dies, but the Grand Entrance gets himself out. Viper finds his way forward, the flash. Oh, the Deft outplay! As KT haven't lost a member. The last Nexus turret and the storyline for Score is completed. They're already off their feet.
In one of the greatest best-of-5 series of all time, Deft and Katie Rolster made it back to Worlds as LCK champions and Korea's first seed. But once again, the door was slammed on Deft in the quarterfinals.
They're gonna be just fine. Deft really gets out of the way. Rookie's got the chain. KT Rolster has fallen, and Invictus Gaming will do what has not been done since 2014. They will eliminate the Korean first seed, and they will move on
year after
to the
year after year.
IG did what Deft had always dreamed of. They built a roster strong enough to not just compete at Worlds, but win the whole thing. And Deft's dreams of victory were slipping further and further out of his reach. He managed to turn out impressive individual performances over the next few years, but fell short internationally. He missed Worlds altogether in 2019 and struggled to keep up with the rising stars of Korea's next generation.
This Nexus very soon to go down, and Damwon looking absolutely unstoppable in this first quarterfinal.
And it wasn't just new names and faces holding Deft back. In 2021, he got off to a slow start with his new team, Hanwha Life, but rebounded.
I was gonna say, like, is it a case where it's about him, the player, or it's about the teams that he's choosing? But then again, I don't know, like, I don't know the team dynamics. I don't know how... Yeah, I don't know the team dynamics. Let's just leave it at that.
Again, earning another trip to Worlds, only to come face to face with an old rival.
It doesn't even matter though. It's heroic, but it's not going to matter. T1 will 3-0 Hanwha Life Esports. They wanted to do this in the World's Gauntlet. Thankfully, they got a second try, and damn, second time was the charm.
Deft was coming up on a decade of professional play, and it seemed like his best years were long behind him. And now, with a young DRX team around him for the 2022 season, he questioned whether the old Deft was really what his team needed.
픽이나 아니면 어떤 플레이 스타일이나 아니면 인게임 외적으로도 제가 어떤 역할을 했을 때 이 팀에 가장
The team definitely needed something as they limped through a middling season that impressed no one.
So this team has like good names on it, you know, Piosik, Deft, Beryl, but I feel like no, this ain't it. This team ain't it. I feel like Deft might be cashing out a bit here, or I hope so. I think this is like 5th to 6th place team, yeah.
Deft had been here before, with the regional gauntlet his only chance at making Worlds, but no one was counting on him to succeed this time.
Can DRX go all the way like Deft did on Hanwha Life Esports just 1 year ago?
Yeah, I mean, they're still the underdogs coming into this one. That's not a secret, obviously. I think that it was an upset yesterday. Can they do it again, though?
But DRX surprised everyone by winning 2 back-to-back 5-game slogs to earn a spot at Worlds.
This was the one team people say there's no chance. There's no way DRX
when they get
KT.
to Worlds.
Live Sandbox is their final opponent here. They bring it back in Game 5. The kill score in said Game 5, 23-3. More than 15,000 gold ahead. And DRX, they are going to Worlds. Deft is going again. Barrel's going again. Juan subs in. The difference maker for this team.
Even then though, they were Korea's last seed, forced to start in play-ins. A team had never run the bracket from play-ins all the way to finals. Deft's hopes looked as dim as ever. Still, DRX started strong.
But he's still fighting 5 members off the side of DRX.
Nothing that they can do. DRX and Deft dominate RNG.
They were the only team to go undefeated in play-ins, and they kept up that momentum.
Deft goes godlike, and DRX go in for more. That's 4 down. Katie's the only one alive, but the Everfrost seals his fate, and
But what is the issue when they get to Worlds?
DRX played close games in the group stage matches, but they topped the group, showing they deserved their spot in the bracket. But to truly prove himself, Deft would have to beat his quarterfinals curse, and the reigning world champions, EDG, weren't going to make it easy.
3 alive! Can they kill it in time?
JJ gets low. Viper is still hitting. He's got the Guardian Angel. And the Nexus falls. DG takes game one. They're still playing for Baron. It's secured, but Deft kills turret number one. He kills turret number two. And the Nexus is in his eyes. And he's gonna get the inhibitor! The inhibitor is back up! What? He cannot get the stun. No way! Guardian Angel. Oh my god, Deft, no! The game was in your hands, Deft! Andre may die, but doesn't matter because the base is going to fall. Deft dies Nexus to Nexus, and EDG go up 2-0.
It was a heartbreaking way to lose game 2. And yet, down 2 games in quarterfinals, Deft decided to pin his tournament hopes on something he had barely ever played on stage.
So the wild thing is, Deft has 2 recorded games on Draven across his career. He has as many Vladimir games as Draven games across his career. 0-2 on the champion, digs it out here. It says, this is the right call for it.
With strong team fighting and objective control, DRX took game 3 with Deft's Draven leading the charge.
Cannot find his man just yet, may in fact drop, but they're on to the Nexus. Deft finally gets the shot.
And DRX didn't let up. They had fought too hard to go quietly.
Attack again by King and Flandre, stuck in place here as well. Bailout not going to be enough. They've killed off Scout. They've killed off Mako. They'll kill off Viper. They'll kill off everybody. And this Nexus is not going to be saved. They're going to take game 4, and DRX bring us the silver screen. 2,942 days ago, Deft won a world quarterfinal, and today, thanks to Zeka, he does it again.
Deft was back in world semi-finals. It took him 8 long years, but he got there. He just had to defeat his former teammates and the reigning world champions in a reverse sweep.
이제 인터뷰를 하려고 하니까 그때는 뭔가 그냥 잠시 프로게이머로서의 저를 떠나서 그냥 사람으로서 그냥 너무 행복하고 슬프고 그냥 되게 감정적이었던 것 같아요.
Deft had matched his career best, but he'd need to defeat Gen G to go any further. Gen G was Korea's first seed. The roster boasted a few of Deft's former teammates, and most importantly, they hadn't lost a game to DRX all year.
Gen G have kind of dominated DRX all year, but surely it's not that bad, right?
But in many ways, this wasn't the same team they'd swept back home.
8 years ago, Deft fell to his sister team in Samsung White, but today, in the face of insurmountable odds, he stands tall. The last dance goes on, the stage is set, it is one final chapter, it is one more page in the legacy of Deft. He has one chance to kill the king, and today he did not miss.
And so Deft was through to finals. In a year where no one expected much, he had achieved
22.
more than ever before. But there was one more obstacle in his way. The one that had always been there. Before Deft had gone to China, before he had put on the colors of a chaebol, before he even went pro. Faker. Despite starting at the same high school,
That's
the two men took
crazy.
very different paths, and those journeys led both of them here, to the world's finals. It all came down to one best of 5. Faker hoped to add a 4th world championship to his trophy cabinet. Meanwhile, Deft was trying to climb to a summit he had never even seen before, but that he knew deep down he could conquer. The stage was set, the storylines well traced. All that was left was to write history.
Zeka grabs a 3rd, as they're now going to find Faker here in the bottom lane. King and
I'm sorry, the most random thought right now, the voice and the music, I feel like I'm watching Transformers. I'm so sorry, but that's how I felt just now.
do the work, and that's money in Deft's pocket. They're going in. They found a lot of damage, but they won't find the kill just yet. Now Gumayushi's going to be popped, and Beryl is not traded back. Zeka taking some damage. Faker trying to go in and find his way through the smoke. Now he's going to run. He's trying to get out, but Twisted Advance will find him, and DRX will win across the rift. He's trying to run away, but Zeka and Pioshik are still chasing him down. A bullet to the head, and Deft pulled the trigger. He's trying to zone him away. Owner goes in. Owner is down. The Drake secured. T1's jungle trying to do it. T1's going to the base. They're going to the Nexus. Can they do it in time? Kingen comes back. Elder Drake at the ready, but what can he do? Q3, no damage just yet. Elder Drake, the execute, Zayas is down. DRX, hold. Carrier wants to hit the wave. Kingen goes to the Whirlwinder. Gumayushi is dead. They have been doubted. They have been discounted. They have been dismissed. But DRX are your 2022
I just got goosebumps again.
champions.
Deft didn't just win Worlds, he made the miracle run with his team all the way from play-ins, and he beat Faker to do it.
The mentality of diamonds, untiltable, unassailable, DRX world champions.
Deft and Faker shared more than a high school or a country. Even though their paths diverged, they both lived by the same code. When his longest shot ever to win Worlds came his way, Deft had to believe it was possible. It was possible for a man who spent 9 seasons chasing the Summoners Cup to change his fate. It was possible for a team coming into Worlds as a 4th seed with a losing record to win it all. And even if it seemed impossible at first, Deft made all of us believe it too.
Damn.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring the notification.
That's insane. Oh my god. Wow. Now there is this other one that I saw about Faker that I want to check out. I don't remember the title of it, but it came up in my recommended. I think I saved it that I'm gonna check out. But this whole storyline is so interesting, and just the fact that they put that in like the music video, and then they transform that story to the stage, like, and then you as like the audience, like watching Deft go through each year, especially if you're like a fan, right? Watching him go through each year, like year after year after year, and then them doing this. Well, then again, he won 2022. He won in 2022, so he won. Then them putting like this whole thing together for the 2023 final ceremony, because I'm pretty sure he played again in the finals. I need to check, but I'm pretty sure he was on the team. I remember the blue, as I said, I remember the blue and white, and then Faker's team was black and red. I remember that explicitly. But like the whole storyline though, insane. I'm so intrigued. I never thought I would be down this rabbit hole. It's so insane. Oh my god. But now like I want to check out all the past Worlds final opening ceremonies. Like everybody's recommending 2019, and I want to check out 2022 as well. But see, there's another one here, the story of Faker, the greatest of all time. Like, come on, am I gonna end up watching all of these? I might. Should I? But anyways, y'all, leave your comments down below. Tell me all the tea. I want to know. Okay, I want to know this whole, like, if you're a fan of like Deft, I want to know the tea. Thank you, appreciate it. But I'll see you guys in the next upload. Bye.